Are you dreaming of a life of abundance and fulfillment while remaining confined in a prison of degrading thoughts? Here's what you need to know. If there is such a thing as virtue, it is our duty to think of all that makes for virtue, and not just simply to think of it, but to fix our own thoughts on the things that are true, honest, pure, just, kind, and of good intent. The control of our own thoughts is our greatest strength. We are what we think, and unless we think of noble things, we shall not be noble, and without having such high-quality thoughts, we cannot live a high-quality life. This truth is so plain and simple that one might suppose that most people would admit to it to be self-evident, but the contrary seems to be true. Most people forget it or resent it because they cling on the notion of a magical god or a magical religion or ideology, having the expectation to be saved and guided quickly without much personal effort. What about you, friend? Have you ever given your autonomy of thought away to something or someone else out of naivety or impatience? Are you allowing the thoughts that you think about yourself and the world be dictated by an entity different than your own individuality, combined with honorable principles grounded in truth and virtues that have lifted us from the ranks of animals? If any of these questions raised your heartbeat for a brief second, you might want to hear what I'm about to say. Every relationship that never dies, every process of evolution that has an impact, every transformation towards intelligence happens in time, and it is not a quick process governed by a magical switch. Vital changes are always slow, and you cannot hurry such processes by the fraction of an instant. The key in making changes is to begin and to govern each action on the right track. The same laws apply in the making of your character, friend. To love truly, to be just and fair, to have true compassion and honor, you have to learn to remove yourself from the basic carnal and hostile impulses that we all have within ourselves, and to act patiently in the right way. To do this, you have to set yourself to think of these noble virtues, to turn your mind towards them, and to be able to remove your focus away from basic selfish and unpolished desires, because in the end, you are what your intention is, and your life becomes what your dominant thoughts are. Tell me what your daily habitual and unconscious thought is, and I will tell you what your life looks like. If you can fix your thoughts on the things that are true and just, you will become a seeker of truth and justice, and this, friend, is the profoundly reasonable law of the science of character. Put it to the test and think upon the beauty of life and of things that are alive. Live with this thought for a while and fix your mind upon it, and you will see how beauty will influence your whole mind, and the nature of your thoughts will become what you imagine. Think only of the mean, shameful and ugly aspects of life, and your soul will become what it contemplates. In the age of internet and instant information, you might brag that you live fast, think fast, and that technology has multiplied your awareness and sensations. You might believe that your eager and anxious state of mind is just a reflection of your evolution, but in your chase for instant gratification and rapid personal growth, you will lose the ability of quality thinking. By carrying the pressure of time as a burden to keep up, you will lose the sense of thought, because all your senses grow by cultivation and perish by misuse and neglect. If you fixate your thinking on catching up, you will give away the ability to think critically, because you will never have time to ask questions. The thought of pursuing love or justice will become a meaningless desire for attention and selfish entitlement, and the values and virtues that should govern your life and direct you towards a rich and fulfilling existence will be taken away from you simply because this unused gift becomes merely a confession of you disregarding it. Take the time, friend, to sum up your thoughts at the end of the day and ask towards what goal they have pushed you. Be honest to face this daily quest, for as you think, so you are. You recognizing your thoughts will often mean the creation of a new you, because awareness of your mind will be the driver of change. Remember that in times of crisis, in hours of despair when you will be severely tested, you will be saved or ruined by the patterns of your thinking. And if you will be tempted to repeat what many would be saying, that it does not matter much what a man thinks or believes, it matters if his life is right. Keep in mind that your life can and will never be right unless the spirit of your thoughts is right. If you ever took part in religious groups, if you were ever a member of a sports team or a soldier in the army, you know that the reason slogans and creeds are useless for some is because those men do not believe in them. You know that if the force that drives your actions sums up the spirit of your highest thought and conviction, that force is worth everything, because it forms and controls your life. So dare, friend, to take control of that force, to master your thoughts, and do not be so ready to give your mind up to anything or anyone that might pollute it with ideas that are not noble, just and honorable, because through such corruption you are tampering with the essence of morality. It is your duty as a man to master your thinking, and to be able to live a high-quality life, you must begin by encouraging the growth of high-quality thoughts. The conditions of your life so far cannot be changed, but the direction of it can be steered with a change of thought, of aim, of intention, and for this reason, the duty of right thinking is the primary condition for right living. Whatever things are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, and of good intent, fix your mind on them, and they will be part of your life. Will you dare to honestly challenge the beliefs that occupy your everyday thinking? Will you be strong enough to challenge every thought that does not serve the highest ideals of justice and fairness, honor and loyalty, love and compassion? Or will you conform to the default ideas imposed upon you by flawed ideologies, rigid dogmas, or simply your lazy indifference? Your choice will impact not only you,